back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Since we last met, we've played a few games internationally and in the league. And more importantly, if you guys know, for whatever reason, we do not get a draw in the quarterfinals of the Champions League anymore on the game. But without further ado, our quarterfinal opponent is, of course, Real Madrid. So, yeah, we've got a very, very tough draw yet again. If you haven't checked out last episode, we did topple Bayern Munich. And if anyone says we win the Champions League, we had it easy, I'm going to laugh them right out of this room, out that door. With that all being said and done and dusted, we've got Real Madrid, Ancelotti's men, a team we played a couple seasons ago when we were in charge of Real Hippos, and a team that I think we can get at home. And look, if that's the case then, on the semi-final, because we're on the same side as them, we would have Barcelona more than likely, unless Leon do some damage and knock last year's champions out. Of course, if we can set up that tie, that would be a replay of last year's semi-final, where Barcelona absolutely FM'd us, to be quite honest, with a couple of very dodgy penalties, and the match engine wasn't too kind. Without that, reflecting too much on that, we're going to reflect on Real Madrid. The other side of the draw, though, is bonkers. You got Man City and Liverpool, Newcastle and Chelsea. Chelsea have lost only one game this entire time in the Champions League, and that was the last leg 3-0. And, I thought they were favourites to come through that side, so there you go. With that being said, the Premier League is a very, very tough league, and I don't know how we won it with West Ham since seeing the results of the Premier League sides. In terms of what the team looks like here, we're in a very, very good shape. Let's just quickly recap some of the results. Since Bayern beating Fiorentina, Empoli, Genoa, and we beat Austria and Turkey in the first couple games of qualifying as French manager. Of course we did. We're France. We're very, very good. Let's talk about Real Madrid, though. They are fantastic. They've got Camavinga as their key prospect. I use him in the middle of my park. He's fantastic as a midfielder, going up and down left, right and centre. Ancelotti's still in charge because he's still fantastic. They are a point behind Barcelona in the league. Let's just go through maybe a couple of their transfers at the minute. They brought in one Foyth from Man City. They got Kevin Thuram for 4 mil was an absolute steal. How they did that, I don't know. And they sold David Vertesi to myself, who is going to start for me in my middle of my park, so I'm very happy with that. In terms of their run into here, they have been fantastic. They've been fantastic in the league. Let's just go and have a look at their recent performances. Drew against Hippos, my boys, but I've been winning everything else since then. Got past PSG in the last round of the Champions League, as we are all well aware. But apart from losing Liverpool, undefeated since then, beat PSV, Mönchengladbach, Olympiacos, Inter, drew to Juve, smacked Strasbourg and Celtic, and before scoring against PSG away and then winning at home. One of the most notable things there, they've only not scored in one game, and they've only not conceded in 2. I think the big thing for us is if we can stay defensively solid, we will score goals against Real Madrid, and hopefully we can indeed, because I expect them to be very, very, very good. Without further ado, let's get into it. In terms of the league, we're 11 points clear. Atlanta's a team chasing us. Inter have kind of fallen off the boil. Can I just say Torino's in there too? Juve in 5th, Napoli and Roma have kind of flopped off in the league as well. It's a bit of a weird year in Italy. In terms of jobs, people might be thinking, Damien, we're looking at other jobs. There's nothing around. Every one of the English clubs are very happy. Every one of the Spanish big clubs are pretty happy. The only team that maybe I might move to is Wolfsburg, because they've got very rich and they've got apparently Zinedine Zidane in charge, which makes no sense. So something tells me they've got finances, which they don't, but they get paid plenty of money in Germany. The only reason I'll go to Wolfsburg is it'll be one of those times where I'll just go and try and intentionally finish 5th or 6th to get Europa League. But I don't know if I would do that either. Anyway, in terms of the team, we're in pretty good form and we're fantastic. And I am going to go at them from minute 1. It's Madigan and net with Kalou, Todibo, Tomori and Hernandez, Tonali, David Fratesi, Dani Olmo, Fernandez, Victor Roque and Rafael Leao. We are one off the bench, but that's because Iwaito picked up a bit of an injury and Rafael Leao has not played since we last met because he picked up a bit of an injury as well. Saying that though, look at that. The front 3 are fantastic, the midfield's pretty good, and the back 4 and the keeper are very good. We have to believe that we are good enough to win this game. I often refer to us as the best team in the world at the minute. And well, Real Madrid, let's go see what we can do against them. I saw Rezo's name there, and that's not pretty. Let's have a look at how they're going to line up here. They're going to line up in a 4-3-3. Quartire and net still gives me nightmares of the Champions League last year with Liverpool. One Foyth. If he's playing right back, it's a good thing for us because he's not overly quick, so we can get at him. Tariq Buchman is fantastic. Satalo, both are elite. Lamptey's out on the left, even though he should be on the right. Tushamendi with Thuram and Camavinga. An all French midfield 3 that I could play myself. And attempted to play that midfield 3 together. I do have all of them picked in my squad. I don't play them exactly like that. Valverde with Gnabry, who's getting a little bit older, and Arezzo's Arezzo. He does look elite this year. If you have a look at the bench for other people, Rudiger's still there. Outside of that, Lucas as well, another Frenchman that I actually don't call up to my French squad. They've got a good squad. It's Real Madrid. Of course they've got a good squad. The only thing we could hope for is Ancelotti retires and we take in charge over there. That'd be nice. But without further ado, we're going to be in the black and the red. They're going to be in the infamous Galactico white. We need a performance. We didn't play particularly well, it has to be said, at home against Bayern. We played better probably away from home. But we need to take a lead to Spain, you think, if we're going to win this tie. Todibo, David Frantesi, Dani Olmo. Tonali switches out to Theo Hernandez, or plays the Theo Hernandez side. It wasn't really a switch. But we're keeping it well, and this is what I love to see from this system. And Tonali drives. Ball over the top looking for Rafael Leao. Falls to Bruno. Ball to Rafael Leao. He's hit the post and wide. And it would have counted. It's 0-0. We've hit the woodwork inside 10 minutes. An early goal would be paramount, I think, for us. Would be paramount. Don't think I'm taking a 0-0 either back to Spain. I feel like we need a win. Anyway, Olmo, Tomori, Theo Hernandez, Tomori, Todibo, great ball out of Kalou. He can drive into this space. Got numbers inside. Instead he looked to try and get in the box. Mistaken goal. Look, I think that's the game. That's the graphical engine not being able to compute what the match engine wanted. The match engine clearly wanted to give us a goal in the highlight, and the graphical engine didn't know how to compute it because they made the tackle. I think the games actually try to show this as Kalou trying to cross in a front stick ball, but obviously the graphical engine couldn't do that. So Lamptey provides, and well, Courtois is beat, and we lead 1-0 at home. We'll take the slice of luck because we didn't have any last year in the Champions League. And I'm going to go out and say, you need some luck to win cup competition sometimes, and well, that's a lucky goal. Gnabry now from deep, whips one in there, headed. Somehow Tushamendi gets there first. We've got Manigan who's 6 foot whatever, and we've got defenders around, and they're going to score a scrappy goal like that. 1-1. There's no offside in there. I just don't know what the animation is from the keeper. He hasn't even bothered jumping. He's trying to swipe at the ball like this. Apparently we're looking for a tight offside. I don't know where the offside is. He's nowhere near it. I don't understand what that is from Manigan. As a keeper, I'm not even the biggest keeper. I'm 5'7" myself, and I'm going through the striker there. Just bloody lay him out. And beautiful thing is, Manigan's tall. He should have just claimed it. Anyway, 1-1. Not like it's the first time saying, this is 2-1. Valverde's in. That's a goal. 2 minutes of madness, huh? 5 minutes of madness, whatever it is. Not good at all. Not good at all. 38 minutes played, we're 2-1 down. We've fallen off the boil, just out of nowhere. Even game of football, and from 1-0 up, we're 2-1 down. Try and G the boys up here. We can't afford to go 3-1 down, we have to score next. To be fair, I think we still have to win, we kind of have to go for this. We win the ball back, Bruno Fernandes, Tonali, Olmo, Tomori, Theo Hernandez, drives. Valverde's going to pick him off there. Back to Courtois. And Butchman. Sotalo. Lamptey. Well done, David Frantesi. Drives with it. Whippage. Falls to Victor Roque. Kalou. He went for goal. He's hit the bar. Jesus. And then a diving header. Weird animation. Would have been nice, but no cigar. 2-1 down. Not much we can really do here. 60 minutes played. Highlight. Valverde throw. Should be able. Tomori heads. Fear's got time. Good ball out, to be fair to Kalou. Very brave ball. Victor Roque spreading play. Frantesi beats 2. Great ball to Theo Hernandez. Inside the Dani Olmo. Rafael Leao needs runners. There's a run. Victor Roque tackle. Falls to Bruno. 2-2. Great stuff, Bruno Fernandes. At least away goals do not count here. We are going to make a change here in the middle of the park. I think Adre Gula's been in great form. Frantesi's going to come out. I'm going to move Benacourt back into his preferred role. Rafael Leao's kind of gone missing. Which is not the first time this has happened for Rafael Leao in a big game. We concede right now, it's because I'm making a change. I will be livid. Should be Manigan's ball, and is. Not a great day out there. Adre Gula's in. 70 minutes played. Alright, we're going to make a change here. Calabria for Kalu. Stones in for Todibo. And Rafael out for Mose King. And swap these two around. 76 minutes played. Our change has been made. Mose King loves a goal, has to be said. It's the reason why we brought him in. I trust him a lot. John Stones, Tonali, Stones, Adre Gula, ball and a half, Bruno Fernandes. What an effort! That's a goal. Bruno, first time cross keeper, Courtois beat, 79th minute. Adre Gula with the assist. We lead. We lead with 10 to play. We lead with 10 to play. It's Bruno Fernandes. What a goal, what a moment. Can we take this lead into Spain, or is there another twist in the tail? We're going to stay in the system because I think with fresh leads we could maybe find a fourth. Theo Hernandez does get.
I'm back.
Come on, Theo. Valverde, he picks it off his pocket. That's poor from Theo Hernandez. The best left back in the world. Asensio's in. He's hit the post. Thank Christ. Lamptey ball in. Picked up by Madigan. Poor from Theo Hernandez. Best left back in the world. That is very poor. But we get away with it.
Mummy's home.
And well, barring interruption from Mub, we win 3-2 here at home in the first leg. Second leg coming before I go to dinner. What a moment. What an effort. What a game. Bruno Fernandes, the man, we brought him in. I said we would win the Champions League with a good 10 last year. We have that good 10 now. But us only won 1-0. There is a world where Leon beat him. That would be ideal. That would be ideal because we've not had an easy run as well. But there we go. We win. We've got Salernitana or whatever their name is midweek. We'll be fully rotating because the league's pretty much sewn up anyhow. And I'll see you guys in a second for Real Madrid. Second leg, Spain, and we take a 1-goal lead. Welcome back, YouTube. Second leg, Bernabeu, Real Madrid. They're one of the best teams in the world. So are we. We have to go out here and perform. You feel like that we would have to score here if we're going to probably get through this tie. I have to be at dinner in 15 minutes, so we're going to blitz through this. My team's the same. We did win 1-0. Rafael hasn't really been in the best of form of late. You know, there's been a lot of games where he's played okay, but without scoring. So I gave him the game against Salernitana. He picked up a knock, scored a pen. He's going to start just to try and hopefully get us a goal. Outside of that, same team that played against them. I could drop Dani Olmo. I'm not going to. And hopefully we'll be okay. With that being said, I'll never do that. Clear. Their team is Foyth, Bookman, Satala, Lamptey, Tushimeni. Same team. Is it? Yeah, I feel like it's the same. David Alaba's on the bench. David Ram. Rudiger's on the bench. I feel like someone else played out on the right instead of Valverde, but maybe not. Look, I'll approach it as the same as any other game. They're going to be in the white. We're going to be in the black and red. Big game here. Two of the elite sides. Second leg action. Probably rushing this one a little bit for time, but it is what it is. Have a shower. Away we go. For me, it's about can we nullify, can we score. Now, we did play them last year in the league phase. We drew 0-0, and they had 25 shots. Madigan was man of the match. We got absolutely obliterated, but we drew 0-0. We need a better performance than that today. Dani Olmo finds Theo Hernandez. A goal for us is massive today. That's a ball in, cleared away. Foyth keeps it in for whatever reason. That's poor. Ball in, deflection. Victor Roque heads wide. Wow. Once it falls to Roque, he's got to score. Probably very lucky that we got a highlight there. Kalu's picked up a knock. Hopefully he can shake that off. If not, then he's got to come off very early. Looks like he is shaking that off. Even game of football. Exactly what we want it to be here. 36 minutes played. Rafael Leao's not done much, but that's okay. David Rum is on the part. Means they probably picked up an injury Sunday. Anyway, Roque thumps. Julian Foyth. Rafael Leao presses him, which is fine. Camavinga now, out the other side to David Rum. The German. Satalo. Valverde. Foyth of all people bombing on. Foyth again. Deflection, well, the cross Veldman when we've cleared it. It's alright. Roquay can take a touch here. Rafael wants. Bruno ignored. Gotta slip him. Surely that's the highlight is. We get in a half time, surely. We don't. Still a minute and a half left on the clock. There's enough time to work the ball around here and find a moment for ourselves. David Frantesi to Debo. Need a midfielder to drop into this space here. Frantesi drives into that space himself, then looks over the top, which is a very weird and poor option. Foul by Bruno. Referee said no. Bruno has absolutely committed a very cynical foul. Theo Hernandez now drives. Rafael Leao. Theo Hernandez. Moments. Well, that is controversial. It should have been a foul on one side. Fernandez had absolutely committed one of the most cynical fouls to stop an attack. Referee says get up, play on. In real life, I will check this for a foul and build up and be given this back, but FM's not that in depth. A great 1-2 between Rafael Leao, who's coming off at half-time, and Theo Hernandez, who's club captain. And, well, now Real Madrid need 2 for, extra time. Highlight right before it, though. Madigan leaves it, and he leaves it onto the bar and out. That is going to be 1-0, 45 minutes. You've done very, very well. Rafael Leao, Victor Roquay, other way around, Mose King. Wants to stay on, but injuries affecting him. We're going to try and get another 45 minutes. We're going to try and get another 10 minutes or so out of Kalou before we get Calabria in there. At the minute, Madrid need 2. Frantesi looks dead as well. Kalou's actually done very well fitness-wise. There he goes now. Alright, 67 minutes play. We are going to make a change. It's actually Lamptey who got injured for them. Tonali into there. His name is Mel Benacour, and like for like, and that's fine. We're actually going to get a complete wing back on support for Theo Hernandez as well, because we don't need to overcommit numbers here. We're 2-0 up. 4-2 up on aggregate, 1-0 up. So Starlo goes out to Foyth. A goal for Madrid would shake the nerves for sure. We've done well so far, but it's Real Madrid. They're very good. Valverde, they've only failed to score once this whole campaign in the Champions League. Once. Valverde, Foyth, Theo clears, Benacour clears, only as far as Foyth again, he's everywhere. Benacour flies in a tackle, falls back to him again. Theo Hernandez, mistake, Madigan, what a save, and David Alaba misses an open goal. Great save from Madigan, a little bit lucky for them there, and then it's a mistake. We really should have conceded. Theo's on a booking, just in case somehow they come back, we need him out there for pens. Danny Olmo's pretty dead, same with Tonali. I'm actually going to get Danny Olmo off here. Odenaka is going to come in, and he's going to go in box to box as well. I'm going to go dual box to box. Bit more workmanlike in the middle of the park. Ismail Benacour, Tomori, Odenaka, Theo Hernandez, Odenaka, Tomori, out the other side, Madigan, Tonali, Tadebo, Benacour, Madigan, Tomori, looking to build out, which is fine. Their midfield, though, is not providing us much to pay out into. Saying that, Victor Roquay came across, does well. Bruno Fernandez, moments, Bruno, to do it, somehow doesn't go in. Mose Keane tries to get it back in there. Butchman does enough to get it away. There's 10 minutes left on the clock, and we are 2 goals to the good. Tonali, Ismail Benacour, Mose Keane, Victor Roquay, was it offside? I didn't think so. It's all about if Mose Keane was on or off. I think he's on, and I reckon that's the goal that seals the deal. It is the goal that seals the deal. What a ball over the top. What a run from Mose Keane. He presented from the throw-in. Ismail Benacour, first time, outside the boot. Mose Keane onside, and Victor Roquay taps home an absolute tap-in. Taps home an absolute tap-in? Probably, fine. And then, yeah, there we go. With that being said, that's game over. Ivan Roldan, get some minutes, lad. He's a youngster. And Bruno Fernandez off for Tisney. Can't do that either. That's fine. There we go. I doubt Madrid are going to score 3. So Roldan comes in to make a bit of a debut in the Champions League at 16. Madrid need 3. I doubt it's coming, but you never know. If they scored now, I'd get worried. If they scored now, I would get worried. They have scored now. I do get worried. Start wasting time, stop doing that. Don't be as expressive. It's fine. Just out of nowhere, Madrid score. I now need 2 goals in the 86th minute. Time ticks. It's ticked away, it's fine. Let's go, boys. We're into the semi-final. Now it just depends. Have we got Barca or we got Lyon? We got Barca or we got Lyon? We got Barcelona. We got last year's semi-final. It's last year's semi-final. We've set it all up again. They knocked us out last year. This time around, though, we are away from home first, I'm pretty sure. Let's just double check. We're away from home first. Last year, we lost at home, and then we had to go for it, and all those sort of things. We got Inter Milan in the semi-final of the Cup. I don't particularly care too much. I will be rotating for that Inter second leg, for sure. Because who cares? I've already won that competition. But there we go. We're through. We've won it. And more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've got a replay against last year's side that knocked us out. And hopefully we can do it. We'll find out who also would be the finalists if we were to get through, or the potential finalists. It'll be English. We know that. But if you've enjoyed the episode, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. We beat Real Madrid. We've beaten Barcelona. We now have to go and beat Barcelona. I wish we beat Barcelona. We've beaten Bayern Munich. We've beaten Real Madrid. We need to go beat Barcelona. And then we'll probably play Man City or Liverpool or Chelsea in the final. If it's Newcastle, then look, if it's Newcastle on that side that do make it, then yes, we've been handed the Champions League title in the final. But the run to get there, you've beaten 3 of the best. Knocked off 2. Can we knock off the team that beat us last year? Let's go find out next time. Thank you and goodbye.